Good Friday evening, Southwest Arkansas. Welcome back, Southwest Arkansas weather on this Friday, January the 2nd, 2026. Let's jump into your evening weather blog. We did get some light rain this morning, not even a tenth of an inch of rainfall, though, so don't think it's going to make any major impacts in the wildfire danger and drought conditions. It's not. But some changes could be on the way here within the next week or so. You can start to see that near the end of the 6 day forecast. But until then, it's going to remain a dry and warm scenario as we go throughout the rest of this week or through this weekend. Saturday highs are going to be in the 60s and upper 50s. We could see highs nearing 64 degrees and overnight lows around the 34 or as low as 34 and in the 30s elsewhere. And it's going to be I have this labeled as partly cloudy, but you're going to notice that clouds gradually clear throughout the day. We're going to have some cloud cover overnight tonight, and those are going to decrease as we go throughout the day there on Saturday. Just another little system moving through that's not bringing us any rainfall, but some cloud cover. On Sunday, highs around 60 degrees and in the 50s, overnight lows around 36 degrees, partly cloudy skies, partly cloudy and partly sunny there on Sunday. On Monday, we continue to warm up to around 71 degrees and in the upper 60s across the region with partly cloudy skies, overnight lows around 51 once again. Then as we go into Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, another warm day with highs nearing the mid to upper 70s in some locations. And in the 70s elsewhere with overnight lows around 47. Then as we go towards the end of this upcoming week, or the second half of next week, I should say, temperatures are going to stay a little on the warm side, but we do have some rain chances with highs in the mid 70s both days, and overnight lows in the 50s and then 40s on Thursday. 20% chance of an isolated shower or two with mostly cloudy skies on Wednesday. Partly cloudy conditions on Thursday with rain chances around 40%. Those rain chances continue to increase. And let's talk about that. Before we talk about that, let's jump into taking a look at the drought outlook and drought monitor there across the region. And this is updated as of Wednesday, December 31st, 2025. And if you look at this, there has been some changes. Starting off on our D0 abnormally dry conditions in the yellow colored area, that now covers almost all of Arkansas and actually just all of southwest Arkansas. And then we still have a D1 moderate drought, that tan color area, across portions of southwest Arkansas and southeastern Arkansas. And that's going to continue to be the case as we go throughout this upcoming week until the second half of next week, where we could see some better rain chances. Taking a look at the wildfire danger from the Arkansas Forestry Division, we do have this yellow colored moderate risk, I guess you could say, for wildfire danger. These checkerboard red areas are where you have burn bans in place. In our coverage area, you have burn bans in Polk County, in Sevier County, and Columbia counties as of January the 2nd, 2026 at 11 a.m. Most of northwest Arkansas has burn bans as well. Wouldn't surprise me to see these continue to continue to increase with that moderate fire danger. What that means is fires can start from accidental causes. It may not become serious, but caution should be taken. So just a heads up on that. And if that continues to increase to a high level, we will have to watch that closely. Enough of that. Let's jump into the good news. A possible pattern change, and it's continuing to look likely. We mentioned this last night and went over this some. So this is before we jump directly into that, let me explain what you're looking at. This is the 500 millibar level heights and winds on our model data. We're going to look at the GFS model and the European model, two of our longer range models. The 500 millibar level height area is about 18,000 feet up above us in the atmosphere, and this is pretty much where we kind of see the overall pattern, not necessarily the specific details like temperatures, rainfall, all that stuff, the overall pattern. And this is what you look for this far out. This is what you look at this far out to kind of get the general idea. As we go into Saturday, you're going to kind of notice these little dips here in this with that weak system moving through over Saturday, and that's just going to help us with that cloud cover. But as we go into Sunday and throughout the first half of next week, we kind of see some ridging, not very strong, but some ridging there, and some flow just continuing to be kind of out of the east there with our wind. But watch what happens as we head towards the second half of next week. We start to see this increase just a little more, and as we go into that Wednesday, Thursday time frame, or the second half of next week, look at these wind barbs. These are starting to shift out of the southwest, and not necessarily paying attention to the colors, but overall you can kind of see that southwesterly flow, and usually that leads to maybe some better chances of rainfall, a more active period or pattern for us when we get that to move through. And if you look at this as we continue through that time frame, it pretty much shows that a potential trough could move through the end of that week and into that next weekend. And the European model shows something very similar when we jump over here and look at this as well. Same thing that we just looked at. Let's talk about that real quickly. Give me one moment. Let me switch that around. And as we see, that kind of shows that same thing for this weekend. And as we go into next week, we start to see that a little bit of a system move through ahead of that on Thursday, and that's showing, hey, that there's still that southwesterly flow. Those active rain chances look like a possibility, and a little bit of a trough there as well. Through that, little differences there between the European and GFS models, but we'll iron out those details as we get closer. But what this is showing is there may be some chances for some rainfall, some good chances, potentially, maybe some chances to help us with our overall rainfall deficit in a way that we're kind of in so far since for the past month or so that we've not had a lot of rainfall, and that's dried us out quickly. And we are going to see what happens with that as we go forward here. Let me pull up the GFS model, and I will show you the rainfall chances here as we move forward closer towards that time frame. Give me 1 minute. Let me let it load up here for that specific time frame and pull that up. So taking a look at this is, once again, the GFS model. This is taking a look at potential rainfall chances, and this just shows you the overall chances for rain, and watch what happens here. This is starting off on the 5th of January next week, and as we go into next week, in the second half of next week, the 7th and into the 8th, you can kind of see just some better chances of rainfall across southwest Arkansas, and really some better chances of rainfall there into the weekend. Well, I say that, and is this the newest run? That may be the newest run that we're looking at there, but still some chances of rainfall could be a possibility there through that time frame. And I think I may have that set onto the wrong thing there. Let me pull that back up. I apologize for that, but you can see just some rain chances, or chances for rain, better chances than what we've had possibly over last night and here recently. As you can see with that, with those rain chances increasing across the region, really as we go into the second half of next week and into that weekend there, as well as that system moves out. We'll have to watch that closely and see what happens with it. Like I said, there's a lot of details that we gotta iron out, including where or who all sees precipitation, how much, all those fun details and stuff of that nature. So we'll talk about all that though as we continue forward and into the future, into next week, Lord willing. And that'll bring us to the end of today's evening weather blog. Big thanks as always to all of our sponsors: Patterson's Credit Union, Southern Dumpster Rental, Landmark Insurance Agency, Palmer's Roofing, and J&S Auto Supply. Bumper to bumper, we are blessed to work with some great companies here in Southwest Arkansas. As always, we want to thank you guys very much for following us. If you're new here and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell here on YouTube. Check us out over on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Facebook's our primary platform, so make sure to check us out over there and give us a follow if you like what you see. And if you like what you see here, hit that like button. 65% of the people who watch these videos, they're not subscribed. So it's free to make an account and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time, and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified anytime we upload a YouTube video. Have a great rest of your Friday, and have a great weekend. Thank you guys very much. Trust us right here with your source for all things Southwest Arkansas weather.